Hey, what's up guys? Today is gonna be a little bit of too personal on this topic. I'm getting these questions from you guys, not only on my YouTube channel, but pretty much whenever we meet anyone, they're asking me how many wives that I have. I understand where the question coming from, especially those of you who are watching us from any of the Muslim countries. To be honest, I was kind of ignoring this question for so long. Maybe people wouldn't understand and they might take it to a negative way. I think it's time to disclose this information because since I started to have the YouTube channel, I understand that there's a lot of things that people need to know about me. I have a lot of people watching me from Philippines, Kuwait, Saudi Arabia, Emirates, even in US. Surprisingly, only few in Egypt. Answering the question, how many wives do I have? Before I get too personal on this topic, I need to explain some things first. One of the things that I learned from my journey with YouTube and social media, something that was actually really amazing. If any Filipino on the planet got hurt by someone, you will see 100 million Filipinos are against that person. Whenever I see a problem for a Filipino, OFW, see like the entire country are talking about it, and this is something really amazing, which reminds me with the Egyptians. If any of the Egyptians got hurt in Gulf countries like Kuwait or Qatar or Saudi Arabia, you will see the whole social media is talking about it. And that is really something. So I understand if I'm gonna hurt my Filipino wife, 100 million Filipinos, they're not gonna just let it go. Understanding the idea behind Muslims are allowed in some cases, okay, some cases to marry more than one. And a lot of Catholic audience I have watching me right now. Let's not take this topic from a religious perspective. I want to hear your opinion as a human being, as women, not men, because you'll be surprised that it's all about women, never was about men. For example, we are in 2018 now. If you look to the populations of US, for example, you will see that there is 7 million female more than males, meaning if all the males in US will get married, all the men, all of them, you have 7 million women are not going to find husbands. And if you are a woman who is watching me right now and who love married life, I'm gonna ask you this: what would you do if marriage is not an option for you? Meaning, if all men are going to get married and you will left out from the 7 million women who cannot have husbands, there's no more husbands anymore, what would you do? That's why I was asking, let's see the things from a human perspective before we get to the religious perspective. Adding to this, there is 4.5% of the male populations in US are gays. So on the top of the 6 million women who are not going to have husbands, another 14 million women will be left out with no husbands. Even in a perfect world, you will see that not all men actually want to get married, even if they are straight. A lot of men like, I don't want to get married because of too much responsibilities. I don't want to have kids. I'm not ready yet. And they always not ready. This is a scary percentage of women that cannot find husbands. Now, what are the options that women have? You have two options here. I'm not making this up. The numbers are there, you can check online. There's two options. There's no third option for women here. It's either you will get married with a married man, or women will be a public properties. I know it hurts, I know it's heavy, the numbers never lies in these things. The Islam is offering a solution for women. It never was a privilege for men. Men are always abusing everything beautiful. especially those who have a lot of money. And I know a lot of people in Gulf countries, because they have a lot of money, and oh, I have a lot of money, I'm gonna get married with 4 wives. They think, men, they think because they have money, they can get married more than one. The truth is, if you want to go to the bottom of that, if you look in the Quran and see exactly how this topic was covered, if you fear that you're not going to be fair, if you're not gonna be just, then marry only one. The verse actually is talking about the women who has orphans. The husband passed away and no one is there to protect them. We all know that there's 2 types of women that always been neglected by society: widows and divorcees. And that's why the Quran here covering this topic, to protect those women who has orphans, who will take care of the kids, who will take care of their education. Back in the days when men go to war to protect their homes and to protect their countries, they die and they leave families behind. And usually when a man decides to get married, he wants someone without kids. He wants someone that never had a man in her life before. That's why these type of women need protection. That's why Islam allowed men to marry more than one. However, and this is very tricky here, you have to be fair as a man, physically, financially, and emotionally. Even though it's really hard to control your feelings if you're marrying more than one, maybe you will love one more than the other, then you cannot marry more than one. The rules and regulations is very strict. Not any man can just marry more than one. Again, the idea behind this, it's a solution for the society. Not every woman will accept that. This is why the wife has the right to write in the marriage contract, I'm not allowing my husband to marry more than one. It is her right to mention this in the contract of marriage. In this case, then the man cannot marry more than one. We believe in all the Abrahamic religions. We believe in Christianity, Judaism, and Islam. They all came from the same source. That's why if you look at the Bible, you will see the Bible never said marry only one. The only religious book on the planet that said marry only one was the Quran. If you open the Bible, you will see that the Bible is allowing marrying more than one. For example, you will see in the Bible that King Solomon has 1,000 wives. There's a lot of places in the Bible is allowing that. But later on, the church is the one who said that we should marry only one. Not the Bible, but the church. This is the explanation for marrying more than one. It always has been a benefit for women and not a privilege for men, as the claiming. Going back to answer your question about how many wives that I have only one Filipina beautiful wife, because I don't need anything in the world except her, because I love her and she loves me, and that's all we need to get by. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon, maybe. Assalamu alaikum, and see you kabayan very soon.